We've always been involved, if it was not volunteering our time, be it Special Olympics in college, scripts, tennis tournaments, running tennis tournaments to help raise money. Our children have been involved.
The entire family, the kids from when they were in junior high school would come once a year. We'd have a meeting, a board meeting, and they learned how to articulate the philanthropies that most interest them. They would research them and come forward.
I don't know, I think we always grew up being exposed to philanthropy. My grandfather, he just always wanted to get the family together and think of something that we wanted to give back to. I think that's where we first started this multi-generational thing where we as individuals could choose the philanthropy that we wanted to donate to. And then from then it kind of progressed into, what could we focus on, or what's like the major themes of what we want to give back to.
Just in Time was one in San Diego that really touched our hearts, and that was one that we all chose. I had never been previously involved with foster youth, but I knew enough to know that these are kids that had no one to lean back on and that they needed somebody. And I just couldn't see myself saying no. And there was such an easy question for me. Of course I'm willing to help. And we've been helping ever since, and that was over 10 years ago.
So we first probably got involved with Just in Time through the College Bound program, where we met Veronica.
They really cared about me and what I was doing, where I was at work, where I was going to school, what I wanted to do after school. It was just the right fit. I mean, they weren't just there for the event. They really wanted to get to know who they were being paired up with. I worked for them for 2 years, and unfortunately I had to take another semester because I didn't have enough classes to graduate. And out of their own pockets, they paid for my last semester so I didn't have to take a loan out, and sent me to school for free. And I don't think that's just them. They are always giving.
And that's part of my dad's legacy, is that he would like to see foster youth educated.
When Ron first met with me at Voices for Children, he told me he wanted to start a program to help foster youth become successful. And so we were very excited about what became Learning to Succeed. And it is a way that the Livingston family is able to support foster youth by helping them go to vocational school, community colleges, or universities for further education.
Through our introductions and with Just in Time, there's a lot of synergy.
Last year we did Home for the Holidays, and Myra was our foster youth that we helped move into her first apartment.
When I first met the Livingstons, I met Kristen. She was very kind because the date that I had given her for my move-in date had changed. I was very nervous. I felt that she wasn't going to be my mentor and she wasn't going to be able to help me anymore, and she was going to move on to someone else. But then I received an email from her saying that, don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. She stuck there, she was there with me like all the way.
We got there and there was nothing in the apartment. She just had a small basket of her things. So by the end of the day, we totally revamped the whole place.
They helped me set up things, and they asked me questions like, what do you think about if we place the couch here? Or if we place this frame over here. I felt like if I were talking to friends, or if my friends were helping me move in that day,
As a kid, I grew up in team sports, where you learn how to trust your team, rely on each other. And foster youth, they have to learn that from somebody because they're so isolated and they don't feel like there's a way out or there's anybody who cares. And so Just in Time is just such a great organization that it's Team JIT.
I want to congratulate the Livingston family on this important honor. I think it's wonderful that you are receiving this recognition. It's well deserved. And on behalf of all of the children and young adults that you have helped at Voices for Children, I want to offer our profound thanks and gratitude.
Thank you for being the people you are, for helping me succeed, and helping me become the woman I am today. Thank you.
Thank you, Noni and Poppy, for showing us, for being a great example for our family and teaching us how to give back.
To Kristen and her mom, I would like to thank them very much from the bottom of my heart, because the fact that you guys did this without knowing me, without knowing who I was, and accepting to be my mentor, it shows me that there's still people that care and want to help young youth succeed, even though they may not be part of their family. it makes me believe that there's still good people with kind hearts out in this world.
Because at the end of the day, learning to succeed, it's just not about getting a college education, but it's also helping them transition into the greater world. All of us thrive when you have a support network and a loving, caring family. Most of these foster youths don't have that. So when you can support an organization that can provide a network and a resource for these kids, some of them just need accolades and acknowledgement that they're doing the right thing. Kind of like what you do to me, Susanne.